bigger system to bring into place. So, Alan, we know they've set the stage for these economic riots. Obviously, all that's upon us. But the RAND Corporation also wrote 3 years ago in 2008, lobbying the Pentagon to start a new war to save the U.S. economy. We know they've also set the stage for World War III. The whole Middle East is essentially in revolution. How are...
Interesting operation. It's a non-profit organization, supposedly, that every country pays millions, if not sometimes billions of dollars to for their forecasts, and they're a think tank, supposedly. As part of the institution, they were on the go during the whole Cold War. They ran the American society during the Cold War as part of game theory. You've probably studied that. And they used game theory, that every citizen's personal profile into the supercomputer in the RAND Corporation, and they worked for the entire length of the Cold War with the Pentagon, basically dictating the lifestyle, the system, and the future for the whole of the U.S. So here they are at it again, that they were stopped, of course, because we're not really run by government, you understand. The government's there to put things into law, that's it, and pass on information to all their helpers. But the RAND Corporation and all the big foundations and corporations are the parallel government that Maggie Thatcher called them, in fact, the parallel government. So did Carl Quigley. That's what they are. We're not run by democracy or republicanism. We're run by private corporations, and we always really have been. So, and that ties back in with Robert Mueller with his comment on it's far preferable to have it run by bankers and intelligentsia than leaving countries to their sovereign destinies, basically. So we're well on our way to this. Getting back though to the DS, the pat-downs of the arenas, you have to remember how many things it fulfills in one go. Now, it's the only time that men today will try and bond with their sons is taking them to a ball game. And because they're not men at home, they're not men at all, in fact, today. But they still have this tribal instinct in passing on knowledge to your son, and this is what it is to be a man. So come and watch these guys bash each other on the field. And then he goes home, and he does what everyone else tells him to do when he's at home. But anyway, the son's getting brought up now. He'll get brought up getting taught that this is normal, son. You go through all this humiliation, and then you get your reward of watching the game. And so that it's going to help to train the next generation. This is here forever, this system, at least, for our lifetimes at least. This is here for an awful, awful long time. It's called perpetual war, constant conflict, they called it in the military magazine. And this is what they have got planned for generations, is to bring this whole world into this new order of things. And it's a completely new way of living. It's a system where you can't decide anything pretty well on your own as an individual. It's a whole new set of rules and how to live by. And you'll be taught eventually to serve the world state. That's to be the highest honor. They're already pushing all of that across Europe big time. They call it communitarianism, where the federal government is supposedly decentralizing its power down to the local level, and they already have these commissars from the private NGOs run by the foundations to be the leaders. And this is a new Soviet system, you understand, because this is how the Soviet system was supposed to be, ruled by councils. So each little community, each trade, each factory, each organization had its NGO speaker, supposedly speaking on behalf of the public underneath them, or that they're represented, and that's called the Soviet. And this is to be a new Soviet system, an advanced Soviet system for the whole planet that we're going under. But just like the Soviet system was a big con, because they say one thing and do the other. Private banks flourished incredibly within the Soviet Union, for all their talk about a central bank run by the state. The private banks would flourish as long as they did not make their money off the profit or the profit off of labor. Now lawyers could run rings around that, and then they did from the beginning in the Bolsheviks right through the Soviet system. And the same thing with this system that's coming in. And those who serve the system, the higher up the level that they go, the greater the lifestyle they will live. So reward is a big part of it. But if you want a big mass at the bottom to live in poverty as we go through this, knowing we're supposed to all die off according to the military magazines, think tanks for the military of the US and for Britain. They both came out with the same basic projections up to the year 2040. They've done another one up to the year 2050. And they see there's been drastic decline in population across the whole world, including the West, from now basically up until 2050. So this is not meant to fool us forever. We're supposed to die off. Most people are not having children to start with, except immigrants. And immigrants adapt to lifestyle very quickly. It's very enticing to be told to the child to do anything you want, and you go and do it, and often kill themselves in the process through disease or various other means. But this is all a long-term plan to reduce the populations. And the world government is not the end goal of it all. The military think tank said we'll get out of world government for a short time. And then we'll consist of few high-tech city-states. And countries will be gone, long forgotten. And even the regions that were under the United Nations will be gone as well. So we're all a stepping stone, the next stepping stone, the next stepping stone, until they have the wonderful utopia themselves at the top. High-tech city-states, those who survive will be in the science industries, basically, high-tech sciences, and the rest of the old labouring classes will be unnecessary. In the meantime, China will supply the labour and the manufacture to keep essential things going until they bring it all done. So you're looking literally ahead for another 40 years, step by step by step. What we're going through right now is just the chaos to get us to amalgamate the continents completely into the regions. And then it's time for the United Nations, the World Bank to take over, the Bank for International Settlements, and the IMF to run the economy and distribute the wealth of the world, is what they call it. But it means rationing out food. Under the United Nations, they've already said this is in the Charter. The next United Nations will be responsible for rolling out the food to each region. And it will be rationed. And if you have too many people to ration, you get that's in the Charter.
Yeah, and that's the point. Also said the same thing. John P. Holdren, along with his partner over there, writing the same thing in Ecoscience, and yeah, it's a hostage situation.
Yeah, see, economics, money, is so it's one of the biggest forms of warfare. You can wipe out a country so quickly by using economy and banking very, very quickly. And of course, it's all private banking, so there's no say in the matter. That's why they keep it private. And also,
แล้วกับการเป็นจับหัวแล้วคู่อ่ะมันจับคู่ถ้าเป็นที่คู่ของคู่จับคู่แข็งแรงดีลูกพี่มันให้ปูนเพิ่มก็ให้ที่สมองร่างกายพอดีไฟมาลงไฟบ่ไฟบ่เอาด้วยมาแต่ถ้าตุ๊กตุ๊กตักนี่นะลงเลยยืดจับตั้งช่วงเดือนก่อนมาลงจับแค่ที่มันลงจับแค่ลงไปมันลงครับลงการเรียกว่าทั้งหมดหน่อยที่มีเสือโม่ครับตัวลงรถเทด้วยคู่ที่หัวใจแล้วเนี่ยมันหัวใจที่หัวเนี่ยคู่เนี่ยน้ำมีแล้วลองดูเทียบกับร้านนี้เทียบกับร้านนี้คู่ลงคู่เลยเดิมติ๊กๆครับมันได้เตะออกคือมันเตะนู่นตู้มาห้าเสาห้ากันคนละครึ่งเสาที่เป็นลงห้าไปโซ่มันปะ